This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather Ho, there's Jeff Cutter. Welcome to the Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, March the 23rd, is a Welsh boxer who has the record for the longest reign as super middleweight champion. He competed from 93 to 2008, winning in super middleweight and light heavyweight titles. Yeah, he's the longest reigning super middleweight title holder in history, holding the WBO title for 10 years. Can you imagine 10 years with the same title and defending against 20 opponents? And then he got rid of it because he went up to light heavyweight, and you're not allowed to do that. So yeah, and his light heavyweight reign actually overlapped the super middleweight thing. So he had the longest continual time as world champion, and he unified 3 of the major belts at super middleweight. He's one of the icons. He actually ended up being undefeated at 46-0. Not the record for most wins without a loss. But still amazing how he was 46-0 and he retired on top. Being one of the greatest European boxers of all time and the pride of Wales. He is Joe Calzaghe. Calzaghe. So he was born in London, actually, to an Italian father and a Welsh mother. So anyway, Calzaghe's father worked several jobs in Italy, but he arrived back in Bournemouth and all that. So they settled in London. His mom actually worked as a secretary for 20th Century Fox. So anyway, he was born in London, and the family moved to Italy, Sardinia. But then they were pushed at 3 years old to go to South Wales. So anyway, he took up boxing at age 11. But unfortunately, being bullied was terrible, and he left school a little too early. So anyway, he was an amateur star and all that. Calzaghe made his professional debut in Cardiff in October 1993, taking down Paul Hanlon in 1 round. Calzaghe was 13-0 by September 95, and it looked pretty good, with only one guy lasting the distance. Calzaghe would be the British super middleweight champion in October 95. He had Barry McQuiggan, a former champion himself, said that Calzaghe had the best of the European technique and U.S. aggression. So anyway, Calzaghe looked pretty good and all that. So anyway, he became a contender for the WBO super middleweight belt. He would have to fight the legend from Britain, Chris Eubank, October 97 in Sheffield. And Calzaghe got a unanimous decision by points. It was amazing to see him and all that. It was a new Welsh identity. He would beat Franco Sabat and then Juan Carlos Jimenez. And it was amazing. Calzaghe would fight Robin Reed, a huge matchup between Britain and England and Wales, but Calzaghe won. Anyway, he had some decent matches and all that. So he took care of former IBF champion Charles Brewer in 2002. And then it was Tucker Podwell. Calzaghe had defended his title for the 12th time, a new record for super middleweights, WBO super middleweights. So anyway, he looked pretty confident and all that. So anyway, Calzaghe looked pretty good. And then his match with Jeff Lacey would unify the IBF and WBO belts November 9, 2005. Well, then it was rescheduled for March 2006. Calzaghe won on points, and it looked pretty good and all that. Kelsey looked pretty good and all that. He also won the vacant ring and linear titles, becoming the first super middleweight to be recognized world champ by the Ring magazine. Calzaghe had some big matches. He would take on Peter Manfredo Jr. April 2007. So in front of 35,000 fans in Cardiff, Wales, he won a third round stoppage. People said that, the stoppage was way too quick. But nope, Calzaghe won. So then he would battle Miguel Kessler. Michael Kessler, the WBA and WBC super middleweight champion. So it happened November 4th, 2007 in Cardiff. A unification match. Calzaghe won by unanimous decision, making him, that's the 21st defense of his title, breaking Bernard Hopkins and Larry Holmes' thing at 20. But that would be 4 more. That would be the 5th highest number behind Joe Louis, defending the heavyweight title 25 times. Light heavyweight champion Darius Merkulszewski of Poland, 23 defenses. Ricardo Lopez in middleweight, or strawweight, 23 defenses. And Vladimir Klitschko as heavyweight champion, he had 23 defenses. He was very undisputed. All that. He would take on Bernard Hopkins. Well, then he decided to go to light heavyweight to face Bernard Hopkins for his belt in Las Vegas, and he won by a split decision. It was unbelievable. 2 votes, 2 of the 3 judges went for Calzaghe, 1 for Hopkins. It was close. HBO's ringside judge said 161-11 Calzaghe. Hopkins was upset, and he wanted a rematch. Fair enough. I would have won one too. But anyway, Calzaghe actually would fight Roy Jones Jr., which was shocking. Although it didn't work out. Well, Calzaghe split from Frank Warren and would go finish his way. So Calzaghe would fight Roy Jones Jr. for the Ring Magazine's light heavyweight belt at MSG. So in November 2008, that happened. Calzaghe was down in the first round, but Calzaghe would take control of the fight and put Roy Jones Jr. on the canvas, but Jones would have a cut over his eye in the 8th round, stopping the fight. Calzaghe would have won anyway. Calzaghe decides to retire as an undefeated champion at 46-0, which is one of the most amazing things happening. And only 15 fighters in history had finished undefeated as male champions and then retired. Jimmy Barry, who was the bantamweight champion in the 1890s, Joe Calzaghe, Kim Ji-won, who was the super bantamweight champion, IBF super bantamweight champion in 1986, Mahai Lu, the welterweight champion in 1997, Ricardo Lopez, the strawweight champion, retired in 2002, being 51-0-1. Rocky Marciano, 49-0. He retired as heavyweight champion after 1956. Terry Marsh, light welterweight champion of 87, retired undefeated. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was 50-0. Never lost a fight, but he retired in 2015. Jack McCaulfrey, lightweight champion in the 1890s. Sven Otke of Germany, 34-0 super middleweight. He retired as champion in 2004. Dimitri Pirog, middleweight, 2012. Harry Simon, middleweight, 2002. Pichit Sidben Pachan in super featherweight for Thailand, 2004. 94, sorry. Edwin Fularo of Colombia was 27-0 when he retired as the lightweight champion in 2010. And Andre Ward, the light heavyweight champion in 2017, retired undefeated. So, yeah, he vacated the title, which was amazing. Yeah, retired as an undefeated world champion. He's got to be one of the greatest super middleweights of all time. Definitely. Calzaghe actually started his own boxing promotion company with his father. And anyway, he was part of a few things. Calzaghe has 3 sons from a couple of relationships. Calzaghe is still around and all that, but he's had a few partners and kids with it. Calzaghe is a lifelong fan of Juventus. And Calzaghe actually said he used cocaine since his boxing career had ended. But yeah, 46-0. Can you imagine the guy freaking winning and doing so well and then retiring on top? That's hard to do in any sport, baseball, basketball, football, hockey as well. But he retired on top. That's all he did, and he was undefeated, which is unprecedented. Anyway, I'm jumping into do.